All right, let's dive into this world of sustainable fashion, specifically websites for these brands.
Sites, yeah.
We've got a great article here from Site Design
Yeah.
NLW,
Mm-hmm.
and these guys, they know how to build websites
Yeah.
for businesses in this space. And we want to help you, our listeners, really make a difference
For sure.
with your own businesses.
Yeah, and it's really more than just like aesthetics, you know. It's got to be trustworthy.
Right.
You got to get your values across. Like the site needs to be as sustainable as the clothes, you know.
For sure. So one of the things this article really dives into is these detailed product listings.
Yes.
And it's not enough to just say, like, hey, here's a shirt, right? We need to tell a story with each product.
Yeah.
What's the thinking behind that?
Well, think about it. People who are into sustainable fashion, they're not just buying clothes.
Yeah.
They're buying into those values.
Right.
They want to know where these clothes come from, how they were made, what impact it has on the planet, you know, the whole journey.
The whole story.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at a T-shirt online and it says it's made with organic cotton,
Okay.
what kind of story could the website tell me about that?
Oh, there's so much you could do. So more than just saying organic cotton,
Yeah.
you could talk about how much water is saved
True.
compared to regular cotton. Like maybe even put it in terms people understand, like how many showers worth of water you're saving with each shirt.
Wow.
Right. And then you talk about the farmers, how it means they're not exposed to nasty pesticides, that sort of thing.
So suddenly it's not just a T-shirt. It's like a choice.
It is.
I'm making a choice
Yeah.
for the planet,
Exactly.
for fairer practices and stuff.
That's exactly it. And that's what connects with people. They want to know
Right.
that what they buy aligns with what they believe in. They want that transparency.
Transparency. That's a good word for it. And speaking of transparency,
Yeah.
the article talks about showcasing your practices as a brand,
Yeah.
your sustainability practices.
Absolutely.
It even connects it to regulations here in Australia.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
It's huge. It's not enough to just say you're sustainable. You got to prove it.
Right.
Especially here in Australia, people are holding brands accountable.
Yeah.
Like imagine going to a site and there's a whole section
Right.
on their sustainability. They're highlighting certifications like GOTS, the Global Organic Textile Standard,
Right.
or Fair Trade certifications.
Got it. So these are things that are guaranteeing fair wages, good working conditions,
Exactly. That.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So it's almost like giving proof.
It is. It's like showing your work.
Yeah.
It builds trust with people.
Yeah.
Some brands even go a step further. They'll have a calculator
Okay.
to show you the carbon footprint of what you buy
Wow.
compared to a normal garment.
That's cool.
That level of detail, that's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. You're not just saying it, you're showing it. Now, this article also brings up reviews.
Customer reviews as a really key part of building that trust,
They are.
building authenticity. So
Yeah.
talk to me about that.
This is where it gets interesting. Reviews, they're like social proof, right? Like getting a recommendation from a friend who's already tried the brand.
Right.
Yeah. And in sustainable fashion, people really want to know if the clothes live up to the hype, right?
For sure.
If they're really eco-friendly, are they worth money? Reviews can answer that.
It's like that second opinion, you know,
It is.
from somebody who's like, I trust them.
And a great website will encourage people to share their stories, not just rate a product.
Okay.
Like, imagine reading a review where someone describes how confident they feel, how stylish,
Yeah.
wearing a certain sustainable garment. That's powerful stuff.
It does make it feel less like just a
Yeah.
purchase, you know?
It does.
It's more of an experience.
Exactly. Some websites even have these interactive review systems.
Yeah.
So you can search for reviews based on certain keywords, like durability or ethical sourcing.
So it's giving you the power to really dig
Yeah,
into what matters most to you.
It is.
Okay. Let's shift gears a bit here. Let's talk about blogs.
Okay.
The article makes this point that a good blog is more than just marketing.
It is.
It's more than that.
It's so much more. A well-written blog, it can make a brand a thought leader
Okay.
in the whole movement. It's about providing content that educates and inspires.
So rather than just pushing their products,
Yeah.
they're building a community.
Exactly. They're sharing their knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Like imagine finding a blog post that breaks down the life cycle of a garment, from the raw materials to the end of its life.
Right.
Or tips on how to care for your clothes to make them last longer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even DIY guides to upcycle old pieces. It's about empowering you, the shopper, to be more conscious.
It's like they're saying, we're not just here to sell you clothes.
It is.
We're here to help you change your relationship with fashion.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of a good blog. It's creating a dialogue. It's fostering community.
Yeah.
It's inspiring real change in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about telling the story behind the product, showing those practices, those sustainability practices and reviews. What else?
Well, we can't forget about the checkout, right?
Okay, checkout.
The checkout process.
Yeah.
The site design and Navu article,
Right.
they really emphasize that it needs to be smooth and secure.
Yeah. I mean, after spending all this time learning about a brand and like their values and their sustainability, the last thing I want is to get to the checkout. And it's like clunky or it doesn't feel secure.
Exactly. And it's more than just like having different ways to pay, although that's important too.
Yeah.
It's about you knowing that your information, your personal stuff, your financial stuff is safe.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some things brands can do to make that checkout process feel really secure?
Well, the article talks about SSL certificates. Might sound kind of technical, but they're super important. They basically scramble the data between your browser and the website, so no one can snoop around.
So that little padlock icon we see in the address bar, that's like
a good sign.
That means they're using SSL, your info is safe. They also recommend Australian standard secure payment gateways.
Okay, so that's meeting those standards, the specific standards here in Australia. What does that mean for me as the person shopping?
Basically, it means the brand is going the extra mile to protect your information and following the rules here.
Oh.
They're serious about cybersecurity, just like they're serious about sustainability.
It's that consistency, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's about showing that you, the shopper, are valued. Your data is handled with care.
So we've talked about so much these detailed product listings, showcasing your practices, the reviews, that great blog content, making sure that checkout is secure.
Seems like there's a lot to think about when you're building one of these websites.
There is. But the big takeaway through all of it, it's transparency and authenticity.
Okay.
Brands got to be open and honest about how they do things, their values, and their commitment to all this.
And they need to be able to communicate that in a way that, like, connects with people.
Absolutely.
You know, not just like technical jargon.
It's not enough to just say you're sustainable.
Right.
You got to show it, prove it, make it part of who you are as a brand.
And these website features are all like tools in that toolbox, you know?
Exactly.
To help them do that.
Yeah, they can create an experience online that reflects who they are, but also builds that trust and loyalty with customers.
And that's ultimately what leads to success.
It is. It's about building that community, driving positive change through, conscious consumerism. What really stood out to you from all this?
You know, I think the storytelling element really got me. It's not just about listing features or certifications. It's about telling a story that gets people excited and makes them feel good about what they're buying.
It's true. At the end of the day, people love stories.
Yeah.
And sustainable fashion has a great story to tell.
It does. Respect for the planet, treating workers fairly, making choices that align with what we believe in. It's inspiring to see these brands bring that story to life, on their websites.
It is. It shows that sustainability is more than just a trend.
Yeah.
It's a movement,
Right.
It's changing fashion online and in the real world.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question to think about.
Okay.
What would make you click that buy button on a sustainable fashion website?
Yeah, what is it? Is it those detailed descriptions?
Yeah.
The breakdown of the materials, how it's made ethically?
Yeah.
Is it seeing those certifications front and center? Or maybe it's those real customer reviews, sharing their experiences, building that community.
Yeah, whatever it is, think about what really speaks to you as a conscious shopper.
Yeah.
Because your choices matter.
They do.
Your voice matters. And your support can really make a difference in this world of sustainable fashion.
And don't forget, the journey to a more sustainable wardrobe, it starts with being informed.
Yeah.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep supporting the brands that are doing good.
It's amazing to see how these brands are like putting it all out there.
Yeah.
Really showing what they believe in.
It really shows how sustainability has gone way beyond just being a trendy word. It's a core value, driving real change in fashion.
Yeah. And for shoppers, it means they have more power now than ever.
Absolutely. The more you interact with these brands, the more you ask them questions, support the ones doing it right, the more you're helping build a more sustainable future.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive here.
Yeah.
Into the world of sustainable fashion websites. We've covered so much.
We have.
From those product listings to reviews to blogs
It's been great talking about all this. Hopefully everyone listening feels like they know what to look for when they're shopping online for sustainable fashion.
I know I do. It's really cool to see how much work goes into all of this.
Yeah.
So as you all continue on your journey toward a more sustainable wardrobe, keep asking those questions, keep learning.
Absolutely.
And support those brands that are out there making a difference.
Couldn't agree more. And you know what?
What's that?
Have fun with it. Sustainable fashion, it's about expressing yourself, but also making choices that are good for you, good for the planet.
It is. Well, thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
We'll catch you next time.